Alright, hello everyone, it's Team Rocket Plays here with another episode in our Let's Play Minecraft Together Season 3 series here on my channel. If you guys didn't see the last episode, make sure to go do so, guys. For this one, we're gonna be quite busy, so let's get it on, guys. Let's go down here and check out our board to see what we need to do for today. And that is over here on this side. And look, oh, there was a little lag right there. And look at that, guys, we are on episode 10. Look at that, they go by really quick. So for today, guys, we got a few things that we need to do, and to be honest, it's a lot to do in one episode, but we'll see if we can do everything. The main thing is gonna be that right there, guys, the school, which is one of the bigger buildings that's gonna be here in the village. But not only that, guys, we're also gonna work on a bee farm, and I'll tell you guys once we do that why we need a bee farm. And let's not forget, we also got to do the interior of the school, which I mainly finished. I still needed one room, but we could work on that once we get there. And obviously, guys, we need to check our store and stock it up. So let's head over to our store. Not only that, but we also need to come over here and say hello to Shadow. How's it going, Shadow? Oh, I forgot you're 7. Okay, for sure, I'll make sure that I'll make it up today. All right. Yeah, don't worry about it. I got you, bro. All right. No, I won't forget. I promise. All right, then. Don't worry. I got you. Oh man, guys, I forgot on the last episode and the episode before that, and yeah, he's quick to remind me for sure. All right, so let's head up here, guys, for this week's profit. It seems like we got a couple sales there. Did we sell any ancient debris? And we did. There we go. So 20 diamonds so far. Do I have any in my shulker? I do. I did get a few when I went to go gather some resources, and I was able to get a few more. So not bad, not bad. Okay, this is kind of throwing me off, if I can remember right. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and do this. There we go. Not bad. It's still selling, you know, surprisingly, because I know a few people are actually selling it as well. So not bad, not bad. All right, so 20 diamonds on this side. Now let's see over here, we sold anything in a redstone. The first place that I want to check is over here. And yes, guys, we seem to be selling a lot of glowstone. I'm not sure what people may be using it other than maybe redstone lamps. I mean, glowstone is pretty cool, but I know it's a little overplayed. You know, that's one of the light sources that we had for the longest, so I know people kind of got tired of it, but it seems to still be selling, so I might have to restock that for sure. That way they know they could always come back. And yeah, we sold a few of these as well. So 30 diamonds so far, no dead bushes and no glow ink sacks. So I did increase the amount for the glow ink sacks, and it seems like they're not selling either. All right, so now for our redstone, if you guys didn't check out one the past episodes, we did lower the price. So let's see if we sold any, and of course we did. Look at this. Nice, not bad, guys. We actually sold quite a bit right here, so not bad. It seems like I forgot what was here, but we sold quite a bit now over here on this side, and we did as well. Man, we've been selling, that's for sure. So look at this, guys, we got a total of almost a stack and a half of diamonds. Man, I love this shop. All right, so luckily I did bring over some of my shulkers here the other day, just to make sure that I was gonna have them to stock up. And yeah, we're prepared. Luckily we're prepared. I believe I have some of the other shulkers here in my ender chest, and I got my glowstone, and I have my enchanting bottles right here. I forgot the name of them. So let's just go ahead and stock these up, and we might be using this area pretty soon, guys. We got something coming up, so we'll see. So we need 9 full stacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So surprisingly, we're selling this. I don't know, I just thought it was one of those things that wasn't gonna sell. And then we need 4 of these right here, so 1, 2, 3, 4. I might lower the price on these, because if they are selling like this, imagine if we sell them a little bit cheaper, people are probably gonna come over here a lot more, right? There we go. So we fully restocked the shop. I don't know if I did it the same way that I had it before, but this should work. I basically covered everything that we did have. I just repeated the redstone and as well as the target blocks and the Cerberus, I believe. Nope, never mind. I guess it was just the target blocks and the redstone. And we're basically done, guys. I still need to, I don't know if I'm gonna restock this just because it doesn't really sell that frequently. If anything, I might steal some of these because I'm gonna be needing them in the future for sure. But not bad, guys. For today's haul, we got a stack in 25. Let's see how many diamond blocks that equals. We ended up getting 9 blocks and 8 diamonds. So now yes, I've been spending some, as you guys could tell right there. And let's just set these aside right here. And for some reason I didn't have my bow for the longest time, and I don't know what happened to it, but I was carrying the arrows, which is kind of weird. But yeah, we're back at having them. And all right, guys, so now to look into our stock. Seems like we're doing pretty decent with our redstone torches, as well as our repeaters, comparators, redstone. We might soon, maybe next restock, we might have to come back and restock on pistons. Something that Seesaw ended up mentioning was that she did have a slime farm, so that's something that we could maybe go half and half on with her. Servers, we're doing pretty good, as well as these right here. One of the hot sellers is gonna be the dispensers, which, I mean, it makes sense. They're just a pain to craft. So yeah, those been selling as well. We could probably go another restock. I mean, we could go a restock on all of them, but there's some that we're gonna have to do a lot quicker than the others. But not bad, guys. Here we are at the industrial area. So look at that. I've been gathering some resources for our school building because it's going to require a lot of resources. It's pretty big, so I ended up making one of these right here, a snow farm. And yeah, I got already the snow I believe I'm going to need. I don't know, guys. I got 2 shulkers worth. I'll show you guys later on, but I don't know if that's going to be enough. So Seesaw ended up mentioning that she finished a couple mob farms that she was working on. I think she found 2 different spawners, and yeah, she combined them. They were within reach, and she had mentioned that she brought over some goodies, which I imagine are around here. I checked these look a little bit interesting because they're all packed together, but it's not those. And oh, it has to be these right here. This is where I put my the stuff for the store, so it has to be some of these. And yep, look at that, guys. Oh yeah, the rotten flesh. I forgot about the rotten flesh. Look how many arrows we ended up getting. So these are gonna help for sure. These bows come in handy because these guys, it takes me a while to actually trade for them. I got some up here. It just takes a while, you guys can tell, and I go through them really quick. So I really appreciate that she ended up bringing some over. So hopefully she didn't combine them. I'm gonna have to talk to her because hopefully she didn't have to combine them and go through all the trouble. Because if you guys didn't know, now you can use used bows in order to craft a dispenser and stuff like that. But yeah, guys, so we've been in the talking, you know, in the works, mentioning that maybe we could start a tipped arrow store. And if you guys have seen my videos and you guys saw last season, that's one of the things that I was mainly selling, and they were selling. So I thought about it and I was like, you know what? And I've actually thought about this since the beginning. I don't know if I mentioned it in an episode earlier on into the season, but I was like, you know what? Tipped arrows, that's another good thing that we could sell. And then I believe some of these guys over here, I could get arrows from. Okay, so these are the tipped arrows at the bottom, and last season I had a bunch of guys of the main ones, and then I also was just manually crafting them, which I don't know which one's easier. Getting these guys, I just don't want too many mobs taking up the mob cap, but I believe, okay, so this guy gives us arrows, and I believe that's gonna be the only guy that we could trade for arrows. So they do come in handy. So we got invisibility, and this guy doesn't have any arrows. We got slow falling, and we also have night vision. So I don't know how handy these are gonna be. One of the main ones is gonna be instant damage. So now with those, we're gonna actually be able to craft a bunch of them and see what sells, guys. So thank you, Seesaw, and yeah, we're gonna go half into that. I think this guy is asking me for help. Here we go. Let's see if we could repair this guy. There we go, buddy. I fixed you all up. I wonder if it's the same guy we fixed last time. If you guys are wondering why I have a bunch of maps, it's because of the last episode. Yeah, so if you guys haven't seen it, make sure to go check it out. Hello. Uh-oh, are you all right? Are you all right in there? Doesn't sound good. That does not sound good. So it seems to be working. I actually haven't checked this area in a while, so I wonder how our drops are doing. And yeah, so I stopped keeping track of them, you know, like in order and whatnot. And I just, oh no, I guess it was, okay, so I guess we're on our second chest. I was gonna say, like, I remember still having it though. That doesn't make any sense. But yeah, we actually got quite a few items still. And then I believe the first one also fills up. For some reason, the first one and the one all the way at the bottom ends up doing that. So yeah, we actually got a good amount of supplies, glowstone and stuff like that. And yeah, we're actually doing pretty good here. And I haven't AFK'd in a while, but now that we're gonna do our bee farm and we're actually gonna combine it with the wheat farm, hopefully it works. I mean, I tried it in my yeah, we can't have none of that. I cannot have none of this. I was about to say, guys, before the rain interrupted us, and the reason that I don't like the rain is because it spawns these guys right here. Let me see if I can see one. Those guys right there, and they actually killed the golem that I had there. Yeah, right there, my buddy. They ended up killing them, and yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. But yeah, so now that we're gonna have our wheat farm and bee farm, and the reason that I want bees, guys, is because I've been using the beehives as decoration, and I feel like that's a block that I'll be using for the village in general. So I need a large quantity of them. I mean, I've been buying them off Seesaw and appreciate it, but I need like a ton of them. I need a bunch of them, and I might as well make a bee farm. So and as well as the wheat, because once we update to 1.19, we're gonna get a bunch of mud blocks, because that's one of the main blocks that I'm looking forward to in the new update. And yeah, we need wheat for that. So I believe this is gonna be a good spot right here, because we're not too far away from the villages that we have up there. We need to clear some more up, because yeah, we're, I think, close to cap. If not, we're pretty close. And yeah, we can't have that. So let me bring the stuff, guys, and I guess that's the first thing that we could work on. And these portals are loud. They're so loud. And yeah, guys, so bam, that's where we're gonna do our building later on in today's episode. I might just time-lapse it just because it's so much work, but we're gonna cover a lot of space right here. So I've been working a little bit on this. I did the interior, like I mentioned before, other than one of the bigger rooms. And yeah, and the outside, I still need to do like the back. I don't know if it's actually gonna touch there, or if I'm gonna have to clear some of this area out, just because it's actually pretty long. I'm using these as like guides, you know, to get an idea where it's gonna go. But yeah, it's actually gonna go all the way, I think, to this area. So I might have to take that little hill down there. But yeah, guys, so let's go check it out. And I still need to do a lot of work on the outside right here, but I think that's gonna be something that I do on in between episodes. And this is everything that I believe we're gonna need for our farm. One of the things that we're missing, if you guys could tell, there's a slot missing right there in the shulker box, and I almost forgot about them, which is the beehives. And Seesaw does sell them with actual bees, I believe. So yeah, we're gonna get at least a few of those. Not only that, guys, but yeah, like I mentioned before, I've been collecting some resources. So here I got 2 full shulkers, snow blocks, and I got a bunch of white concrete, some red concrete, and I'm gonna need actually quite a bit more than this. And yeah, this is only like maybe a quarter of the resources that I need, but but I don't know, guys. Hopefully by the end of the episode, I at least got most of it done. All right, so we're over here at Seesaw's place, and hopefully the ones that she does sell have beasts in them. If not, we might have to go and find some in the wild. So I don't know how that's gonna work out. I need to buy some of these, even though I do have a bunch of buy-ins, but I think this just makes it a lot easier. Oh yeah, we need this. We need some glow lichen. I completely forgot about that. Seesaw, you're a lifesaver. So she does have one of these right here, so we're just gonna get I don't know how much we're actually gonna buy. Let's just get a few blocks just in case. We got sunflowers, we got vines, and we got mossy cobblestone. We're gonna wait on these a little bit just because I don't need them at the moment. And yeah, so we got glowberries and we got glow lichen. So it's 1 diamond per slot, so we're actually gonna get maybe 4 stacks right now. And I need some for the actual building. I think that should be enough for now. And if we go up here, I believe this is where she has the is this, she changed the top right here. I thought I saw something different when I was going up here, like she changed the top. I don't remember there being glass. I might be completely wrong, but I feel like this is different. She kind of changed this up. It has like a canopy. Sorry, English is my second language, so yeah, I'm not good with words sometimes, but I believe this is called a canopy. And yeah, so we got, what do we have right here? So we got honeycomb. Oh, she actually sells quite a bit of it though. I thought she sold it for a lot less. I thought it was like 16 or something per diamond, and she has a lot, but I already designed my farm, so we're gonna have to just go and get the farm. Sorry, Seesaw. And then the honeycomb blocks, 1 diamond per slot. All these might come in handy. We got honey blocks. Oh, those are gonna come in handy for sure, because I don't know if I'm gonna use the bottles to get the honey. I think I'm just gonna use for the honeycombs. And we got a bee nest with 3 bees, 4 diamonds, beehive with 3 bees. So we need, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and get the beehive. But yeah, I don't know why these blocks are just, I really like these blocks here in Minecraft, guys. One of my favorite blocks, and I want them as decoration. So they're 4 diamonds and 4, I think I need 3. Should I go with 3? I think I'll go with 3. All right, so we got one right there. So let's just make sure that we got enough diamonds to cover it. There we go, guys. So we got them covered. I was gonna stack them, but I guess I can't, right? And thank you, Seesaw. I'm actually gonna give you a little tip as a thank you. You're a lifesaver. And yeah, we're pretty much set. So let's head on back. Before we leave, guys, does she have any coupons in her mailbox? She does not. And we can't forget, guys, I've been wanting to go here for the longest time. And so yes, oh, she has 2 new ones. Yeah, so we don't have those 2. Oh, almost went in there, and I almost want to go in there to check it out, but we might have to save that for another episode in the tour. So we need, did I get that one? I don't remember if I have that one. Are they still a map or 1 diamond each? So we're gonna go ahead and get this one. And we're just gonna go ahead and get one of these. And it said 2 diamonds, right? 2 diamonds, 2 diamonds. Yep, 2 diamonds. I believe I already have that one, so we're just gonna go ahead and skip on that one. And we're gonna come and get these right here. So I haven't seen Winnie on in a little bit. There's actually been a couple people that I haven't seen. So hopefully everyone's all right. I think everybody's just taking a break while they wait for the 1.19 update. But yeah, I'm pretty excited for everybody to come back. Do I have any coupons? No, I don't. Oh, me? So we're running out of room to display Winnie's maps, guys, in our main base right back home, our starter base, I guess. So I think let's check down here. Alright, so what's a good room for the maps? And I think this one. Should we go with this one? I kind of like this one. Or this one. Which one should we go for? You know what? Let's just go ahead and just put some right here. And where can I place another one? I guess we'll just go ahead and leave those right there. And bam. Bam. And where's the other one? There we go. Pretty cool right here. So not bad. That when we're chilling, we could just look up, you know, and look at that, a bunch of animals. I like this one, and this one really stands out. Like the blues in that, it's just gorgeous. She's so good at this. Dun, 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 dun. Don't mind me, guys. I'm just over here harvesting. We're actually, wait, I don't think we're gonna need that many. I was gonna say I'm over here getting some seeds because we're gonna need some in order to plant, right? But I don't know why I thought we're gonna need a bunch of them. I was about to just harvest all of these right here, and I've been using this one for, you know, harvesting for the target blocks. And yeah, that's how I was able to get so many. It takes a long time, guys, and I was also trying to save some for, like I said, for the mud blocks, but I go through them so quick. I don't think we're gonna need more than that, so let's just go ahead and just make these here and place them over here. And there we go. So and then all the extra seeds, I've just been putting them in here, and yeah, we got now a bunch of bone meal, so I think we should be fine with a stack. So I'm just gonna put the rest in here. Boom, boom. And let's head over, guys. So I have the stuff with me, hopefully I do, and I want this at an area where it's not gonna be in the way and it's gonna be within reach, right, render distance. And I think this is gonna be a perfect spot for it right here. Yeah, right here. So we're just gonna go ahead and make it right here, and I've been debating if I want it on, like, you know, in the open where everything is exposed, where I could just come down here where the chests are gonna be, you know, right here at this level, and I could just get them and then you're gonna see it floating. Or should I make it on the ground where you could only see the top, right, so you could just see into them? So I don't know, because if I just want it where you could only see the villager and the bees, I'm gonna have to dig down, which is quite a bit. And I mean, I don't mind, to be honest. It's not too much, but I'm still deciding. So let me see which one I prefer. Yeah, did you do that? I'm just gonna pretend that that did not happen. I don't know what that's about, guys. I don't know, it's been open for quite a while, and it's so weird because you can see under it, there's nothing in there. Alright, so here we have it, guys. I already got the villager down here. I actually need to take this down, but I'll do that in a little bit. Actually, I forgot to do that. But yeah, so now we got it all done and ready. Like I mentioned before, I got the villager in there. I just need to add the bees. The bees are always going to be the last thing to add because they're the trickiest, since they'll try to, you know, get away as soon as they can, you know, like any way possible. But I guess I can show you guys down at the bottom, and yeah, so I'll show you guys up here in just a little bit. Let me just show you the bottom. I guess let's start from the top, and now that I remember, I forgot one item, so I think it'd be a smart thing to do if we actually got that working. I had to come all the way over here just to make one of these guys right there, and there we go. That's what I wanted to do all along, and I'm just gonna place that in there. I think I had some of it. It's all good. It is what it is. Let's just move on. And it's still cursed. So the whole reason that I want to do this, because I need to add this over here. Bam. And we got it right there. So this is basically what's going to pick everything up. So now we could actually come up here, place that, and that should be working. We'll check on that in just a little bit. But yeah, so the whole thing about this farm, guys, is that we're gonna have, obviously, this guy just planting wheat. I ended up giving him, I believe, 5 stacks of seeds, and I ended up planting some right there. So he needs to just finish doing that, and then since his inventory is basically full of seeds, all the weeds gonna like be on the ground, right? Because he's not gonna be able to, he's gonna harvest it, but he's not gonna be able to pick it up. And eventually, you know, the minecart under there is gonna end up picking it up since it's going back and forth. So yeah, basically that's what it's about. And then the bees, the whole point of the bees is for them to actually and I got a little security system for the bees and whatnot. And can we, no, we can't. I was gonna say, can we close that? Might want to change that. And I kind of want to change it to where it's gonna close. No, I don't want that. I want it to close down. I don't know if we're gonna be able to do that, but yeah, so I would want this to close this way, and this is just the security, you know, door for the bees so they don't get away. That way I can come in here if I must, and just to make sure that we don't have any blocks missing. I believe that we're not. We got blocks everywhere, because these guys are gonna try to escape as soon as they see an opening, and it seems like we're pretty much good. So I do have the bee farm right here, and I do have these dispensers full of shears, so they should be ready, and I have all these facing the right way, and I have a block all around it. That way they're not able to go anywhere other than outside. So the whole point of the bees and how we have a bee farm included with this guy right here is that, if you guys didn't know, when bees are pollinated, and here we have a first guy, and right away he tries to hide. Hopefully he's able to kind of deter from that, and I might have to change that. But yeah, so if you guys weren't aware, maybe we could get a volunteer here, and hopefully none of them escape, right? But basically the bees are gonna want to pollinate. I got a bunch of flowers, so they're gonna have to come across here in order to reach the flowers. They're gonna, you know, obviously pollen, you know, get the pollen or whatever, and then they're gonna head back in order for, you know, to store the pollen to make honey. And since they're pollinated, if you guys are not aware, they drop some of the oh, that's a baby. Oh no, it's gonna wanna, oh, these guys are just gonna be a pain in the butt. Oh, hopefully that guy's able to, don't glitch through that, please don't glitch. Look at that baby. And as like I said, like I mentioned before, these guys are going to try to escape right away, and yeah, they're a little bit tricky. Hopefully, I think at night they're gonna try to go inside, and I'll have to change that, but there's no way I'm gonna do that right now. But yeah, so once they're pollinated, they're gonna go back to their hive, and as they're doing that, they're dropping some of the pollen that gets on the crops, which grows them. So it's basically like adding you know, like bone mealing them and whatnot. So yeah, so let's just go ahead and just use some of this bones, some of them up. I'm surprised that that's the first thing they see. This guy, since I believe he came from all the way over there, he is gonna go to the flower, and hopefully we can see it right now. He's just having a blast. Look at him, he's just spinning back and forth. So look at that, he's pollinated, and as he's going back, look at that, you see the little, you know, sparkles. That means that some of it is, you know, being harvested, or not harvested, but it's being I don't know words, guys. Sometimes I don't know how to use words. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about because you guys just saw it. So let's just go ahead and move on. Once that reaches, once it's full, you know, it's gonna have enough power to kind of power this, and it's gonna end up using the dispensers. This redstone is gonna power the dispenser, depending, you know, how full it is. It's gonna show how strong the signal is, and yeah, it's just gonna get harvested. You guys saw that one get lit up, so as the more, you know, it has, the further it's gonna go. And then once it does that, and let's say it's full and it harvests it, I do have hoppers at the bottom going down. And yeah, let's go down here so you guys can see. And yeah, so I don't know if I want to clean this area up or if I want to leave it like that, but I do have storage. Oh, look at that, it's already being used. Yeah, we're gonna get a bunch of honeycomb for sure. And then over here it should be, oh no, I need to I was gonna say I need to, oh, I might have to do that for bone meal. So actually thinking about that, well, I guess we're gonna make a passive bone meal farm as well. But yeah, so this little guy right here is going back and forth. Once, you know, it's full, it's gonna stop here, it's gonna unload, and then hopefully it stops here. I'm gonna have to check it out. I might have to fill that guy with a bunch of items. I don't have anything right now. Oh yeah, these. So let's see if it picks those up and it stops, because that's one of the issues that I had, and it didn't stop. No, you're killing me, Smoss. Yeah, so I had this issue with that, you know, wasn't stopping there, so I don't know what to do. I might have to add another hopper here, maybe I can add just a bunch of hoppers here facing this way. Obviously we don't want too many hoppers, but it should, you know, this should get a signal that it's, you know, dropping items. And the thing is that it's still working. If we look at this hopper, it is working, but it should actually stop. So maybe I can figure out a way to fix this. Or yeah, I guess, yeah, actually that's gonna work. Because since we're gonna, if this is gonna have, let's say, I can't add it next to that one. 1 2 3 4. So we add 4 hoppers here. It's gonna be able to pick up 4 items, and then it's gonna be transferring that, so it might actually lock it since it's gonna have the signal from these items. And let's actually just pick them up again, and that might actually work. I'll do that later on. And I also need to come over here, add the filters. I might add 3 of these for wheat, and then I might have the other 2 for seeds and for bone meal, because I still don't know how much we're gonna actually produce, so depending, so I'm gonna have to go there for the filters in order to do that. And yeah, so that's basically how this farm works, guys. And now it's just a matter of AFKing and waiting till nighttime. And I'm hoping that this guy, you know, keeps on harvesting, because we got a, you know, a spot, you know, a bald spot here and there. Okay, he is planting them. It also depends on the time of the day, so I'm just gonna AFK, and hopefully this works. Yeah, so he was a little bit lonely, guys, so I added another one in there. And yeah, it might look a little bit different. I might have made some mistakes. I thought that adding moss blocks right here was gonna make everything look a little bit more refreshing, but I completely regret it, guys. It just looks horrible. So next time that I need moss, I'm just gonna go ahead and replace it. Yeah, it's a big mistake. It's just too bright. It's just too annoying. It's just too busy. So yeah, I kind of regret doing that. But yeah, here we have them. So I did have to take that away, the little door that we had, because for whatever reason they still thought it was like a, you know, it was like a transparent block, so they were still trying to get out. And yeah, they were just having a hard time not trying to get out. So now it's fully working. I'll show you guys in a little bit what we have. But yeah, so I just thought that having 2 villagers was gonna make it a little bit more, I don't know, it was just gonna make it work a little bit more. And yeah, so now we got those 2 working. So let me just show you guys at the bottom. And I got something to tell you guys. So it's actually been 6 weeks since I last recorded. The last clip that I recorded was in August 22, and I'm recording this October 1st. And yeah, guys, September was one of the worst months ever for me, just as a whole. It was just, yeah, it was really bad, guys. Went through some hard times in my life, but yeah, we're here today. And yeah, we just got to keep on moving. But yeah, guys, so I just want to show you guys, I haven't really been playing, like I mentioned. That month I was almost completely out. And yeah, so I hadn't been on since the last time I recorded that clip. I just been playing here and there recently. Just like the past week I started playing again, but just, you know, on and off, not really actually focusing too much. And so I haven't been able to AFK too much. Today I did, but we ended up getting, look at this, so it is working, guys. And like I said, I haven't AFK too long, so this could obviously be a little bit better. And yeah, I don't think there's gonna be a need for an extra row of these. And then we got a bunch of seeds, so I decided, and look at that, we got a bunch of honeycomb. So I decided to, let's just come over here. I didn't want them to do bone meal just because they were getting rid of the seeds, and I was like, you know what, we could use the seeds for something else later on. Like, we don't know what we could use the seeds for. So I decided to put some trap doors there, and that kind of prevents them from actually harvesting the seeds in that. Yeah, guys, so I actually already also finished the school, so we're gonna head over. There's just been a few nights that I was just started playing, and I was like, you know what, even if I don't feel like recording, I still want to just, you know, push on through and just continue. So we head over, I'll show you guys what I got. You guys ready? You guys ready? So this is what I've just been doing off camera recently. The hill, I think, was up to like around there. So yeah, and I finished that also, by the way. So I guess I've been playing more than I thought. So I already got the next building for the next episode ready, and I planned a little bit more, you know what I mean. So I'm pretty excited, guys, because we got a lot more going on, and right now I'm just you know, extending this and making it ready. So it actually took me a while just to get rid of this, since it was still forest. There was a bunch of trees there that I still needed to take down, and I'm almost done. And I don't know if I want to how far I want to continue, because like I mentioned before, there's gonna be different levels to that. And yeah, and also I got plans for this area to finish the back. It's just a matter of doing it, but like I said, it's gonna be off camera. And are you guys ready? Dun, 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 dun. I got that from Cub Fan. I don't know if you guys watch Cub Fan, but he always says that, and yeah, kind of stole that from him. Yeah, guys, so I got it done. It actually took quite a while. I guess I was just playing on and off, and when I mean on and off was probably like an hour a night, or maybe like half an hour at a time. Like I was just not in it, guys. And half of that time, you know, I'm not gonna say what was going on, but half of the time I was sick, so I wasn't at work. And when I was feeling better, you know, even though I couldn't be on the computer for too long, when I was on, I guess I was working on this. It's just it was a really bad month. But yeah, so then as we're looking over here, yeah, we're basically done for the most part. I think we could always add more stuff to make it better, so I feel like we're never truly done. But I'm just gonna give you guys a little kind of like introduction to it, just because this has a big part in Naruto the actual show, and just in general, this is like the first thing you're introduced in, just because he spends a lot of time here. So right here, I guess I'm not done, because I still need to add the sign right here, and I need to add another one over there, and then just kind of like do some area, I don't know, just work around the area right here on the path, add some pebbles, add just different things, texture the area. But like I said, this is just stuff that we could do outside. And I guess I'm not completely done, because I need a tree right there, and maybe I should have done that before I recorded this episode, right? But we're just gonna keep it moving. And yeah, I haven't even done the entrance for this either, the actual door. But guys, it's a mess. And talking about a mess, I just realized I didn't clean it up. Yeah, it's one of those days, and I guess I'm not finished because I haven't even added the interior or the outside, but you guys know what I mean, all right? The actual school itself is basically, let's just say that it's 70% done. I still need to add another tree right here, but this is the stone that's kind of letting me know where the tree's gonna be. But I might ask Seesaw if she could actually do it for me, although she hasn't been on the server lately. She did reach out, which was pretty cool, and yeah, we were talking for a little bit, and yeah, so I might ask her to do a tree, because a while back I had mentioned it, and she was cool about it. So we'll see, guys, if we could get her to do the tree. If not, then I'll just work on it. This tree basically is like a focal point in the show, because there's like, I don't know, it's just weird. If you guys seen the show, you guys will know what I mean. So if you guys didn't know, basically both his parents got killed when he was a baby, through certain things that happened. They were basically the village heroes, and they ended up you know, dying, saving the village and everybody else. And Naruto doesn't know that. He grew up not knowing, because it's just like, there's a whole backstory to it, but basically he doesn't know why they died, and he doesn't know who his parents are. Like, he has no clue what happened. Everybody's keeping it a secret, and I guess, and then they okay, I'm just gonna say it, alright, guys? So sorry if I spoil it, but there was a monster. There was a really giant fox, and the fox was just tearing the, you know, the whole village apart, was just destroying everything, killing a lot of people. And then his dad was a Hokage, which was basically the boss of the village, or the head honcho, however you guys want to call it, the leader, the face of the village. You know, usually you choose the strongest person. Since they're all ninjas, he was the strongest ninjas, and he had a way of kind of like
protecting the village so it wouldn't, instead of fighting it, he kind of made it where he sealed the monster within his own son as a baby, like literally a baby. And his mom also protected him, and you know what I mean, they were both there for him, and they did a lot and they saved a lot of people, but they sealed that monster inside of him. He has like a seal on his stomach. Well, he had no one else in his life, like that was it. That was his only family. He had no one else in his family, no brothers, no sisters, no cousins, no uncles, no nothing. Like that was the last of his family. And ever since the monster destroyed a lot, you know what I mean, it just destroyed a lot of the village, and it killed a lot of people. So then the village people were all mad at him. They were all scared of him because he had this monster that just tore apart their village, sealed inside of him. So they thought he was the monster. He was like a monster. So they kind of like just pushed them to the back and basically would give them mean looks and just wouldn't let their kids play with them. Like they just thought he was a monster. So they put him in the shadows. And Naruto growing up, he didn't know why everybody hated him. Like they didn't know why he was so hated, and all he wanted to do was fit in and to be accepted. And all his childhood was just being rejected. They would throw stuff at him, kids would throw things at him, grown-ups would give him just mean looks and tell him to go away. They were being really mean to him, and it's just a really sad story, because I think that happens a lot nowadays, where people don't understand that the things you say and the things that you do actually hurt people. And it's just a really sad story. But in the school right here, nobody wants to play with them, like, so he's always by himself. And he obviously he sees that he's just really depressed and sad, and even though that's going on, he just wants to be part of the village. He wants to be accepted, and that becomes his goal. So then he just he uses that as his hunger, as his like motivation to just move on. So he stays positive and he saves people. He cares about people regardless if they hate on him. He still is willing to do stuff for them to make them happy and to accept them. And so since the school, this is like the entrance of the school, there's a giant tree with a swing, and he's basically in the swing. He's just swinging back and forth, and he's just sad. He's like crying. He's just sad because everybody's just giving him looks at him, and just nobody wants to play with them. And I think at this point I gotta say maybe around 5 years old, so he's really young, and obviously doesn't understand why everybody hates him. And the kids are just talking about him and saying bad things, and he's just over there, under the tree, under the swing, just rocking back and forth. So this tree is like a huge symbol of Naruto. So I kind of want to add a tree right here with the swing, and so I want that to symbolize everything. But like I mentioned before, there's still a lot more that I could do over here. Right here, there's some more things that I want to do. I even forgot to add that. So that's pretty sad. So let's continue, guys. And then as we're going inside, let's just pretend these doors were closed. We got the entrance of the school. Usually there's like a symbol right there, but I don't know how to do that, so I'm just gonna leave that out for now. I might use like maps later on to kind of add some more detail, but for now we're just gonna leave that blank. So we go in, and this room right here, just watching the show, I didn't really know what was here. And just being a school, there wasn't like a room for like where they eat, like a lunchroom, right? And it does show it in the actual show, but it doesn't tell you where it is in the school. So I kind of had to figure that out, and I thought that maybe the entrance was a good spot for it right here, since it's fairly wide and big. So here we have some of these right here, so we could sit and just have our lunch and whatnot. And you're gonna say, well, where are you getting your lunch? Well, I'm gonna make this the lunch room right here, where you come over here, you get your lunch or whatever. So this is basically the kitchen, and you either sit right here and eat your lunch, or you come in here and eat. So as you're going in, you go through this area right here. It's pretty cool. And then we end up in this hallway. So you could either go that way, you could either go up the stairs to the next level, or you could go into the first classroom. And the classrooms are really bare. There's not a lot going going on, as you guys could tell. So right here we got a green board, a chalkboard. So yeah, I don't know, guys. Like I said, I'm not good with details, and I guess as I'm going on, I'll just start adding more things. But I just came up with the basics. So yeah, so if you guys have seen the show, you guys will get an idea. And like I said, and another thing is the show is really basic, is really bare. There's not a lot of details. There's not a lot going on. The game is or the show is based on the characters and the dialogue. So you know, everything else is just not important in the show, so they don't add no detail to it. But here we have the desk. So basically this is where the students are, and yeah, and then obviously you got the teacher up here. So we got a classroom right there. Let's just close that, and if we come along right here, we just got the little hallway. We got some more benches, you know, when they're talking or whatever in between classes, and they do have a door for the outside that I still need to work on. I guess I'm not done, guys. I thought I had a little bit more done, but I guess I'm not. When I said I finished the school, I guess I meant literally the actual school and not everything around it. And then over here we have these two doors, and let me just close some of these because I'm just spoiling everything. But yeah, so we have stairs to go to the next level, and then we got these two doors right here, which are gonna be the bathroom. So we have the stalls right here, you know, if you want to go number 2, and we also got the sink right here with yeah, the sink. So the faucet, so we got one for the men and then one for the woman, so we have those right there. And then we have another classroom right here, which is a little bit bigger. This one does have some desks right here for the teachers, and yeah, they're all gonna be basically the same thing. And then if we head up here to the second level, we have another classroom right here, which is like just the same as the bottom, since it's basically the same layout. And all these are gonna be basically the same, guys. I don't know, I just like it because it's really basic, but if you guys look at the show, that's what it's about, you know what I mean? So we got the hallway upstairs, and if you guys notice, we have less space because it's kind of getting thinner as it goes up. You know, the widest part is the first floor, and then it kind of shifts one block in, you know what I mean, as it goes up. So it gets smaller at the top. We have another little area right here for, you know, when they're resting and talking. So this is the stairs that we saw at the beginning in the first floor right here. We go up here, we got another classroom right here, which is a lot smaller, and yeah, so we have a classroom right there. We head over here on this side, and we have one bathroom right here, the same as the other one, and another one over here. So we got bathrooms everywhere, right? That way, in case you have to go at the end right here, we got another small classroom. This is probably the smallest one, and I just wanted to add something else. And this actually leads to the outside, which you could actually go around and you know, like, I guess this is not really a big part of the show. I just wanted to get like the basics of the building from the show and just add some of the details. Obviously it's gonna be hard because it's just really hard to translate into Minecraft, so it's just a bunch of blocks, and then obviously, you know, there's some things that don't line up properly, but I tried, guys, and I think I did pretty good overall in the building right here. So over here, this is another thing in the show where Naruto actually fights Sasuke, and then Sasuke realizes that Naruto's actually strong. And if you guys don't know, Sasuke is Naruto's friend that had his whole family and village, because it was not a village, but this village, Konoha, is made up of different like families, like different like other villages that became one. And the family of Sasuke, which is Naruto's basically best friend in a way and rival, which is another main character in the show. His older brother ended up killing his whole clan. I guess that's the word, clan. He ended up killing his family and his whole clan for the better of the village. And you guys are gonna think like that's really bad, but it's just a really there's a backstory to this. And basically his older brother was actually a really cool guy that took upon himself to do that, to take out his own clan for the happiness of the village. Like, he went past his family and, you know, thought, you know, in the future. Like, he basically, even though he killed his whole clan, he saved way more lives than that. You know, he just didn't like war, and basically that clan, his clan, was gonna kind of retaliate against the village, and yeah, there was just a lot gonna happen. But he ends up leaving his younger brother, which at the time was around the same age. They're basically, Naruto and him were the same age. He was 5 years old, and then his little brother just comes to his house after school and realizes that his parents, his mom and dad, and his whole clan just got slaughtered, and he realizes that it was his older brother that did it. And yeah, so basically he goes through the same thing where he doesn't have anybody, but he's actually really good. He's basically the top student of the class, and Naruto is like the worst, you know, like he can't do anything right. So they're basically complete opposites, but they are actually experiencing the same things where they don't have anybody, and it's starting to get dark. So let me see if I can sleep really quick. And I apologize if I'm making this really long, guys, but I have to explain a little into the backstory of this so you guys can get an idea of what, you know, it is. And if you guys have seen the show, I apologize, and hopefully, you know, I'm trying to do a basic understanding of it. I'm not going into detail. I'm just, you know, for people who haven't seen it. But yeah, so then Sasuke, which is the you know, the guy who had his whole clan killed, has Naruto as his rival because he considers Naruto the weakest of like everything. You know, he just considers him like a weak person, and then he starts finding out, and then Naruto tries to be his friend. Like, even though they're, you know, they're rivals and they kind of hate each other, and it just shows, you know, that they're kind of going against each other, and just, you know, they're kind of pushing each other, but truly they're like friends, you know what I mean, and deep down, but they don't want to admit it. And he starts noticing that the weakest person that he considers is actually matching him, and he's becoming a lot stronger as they're getting older. So then that's when he starts noticing him, and yeah, in one of the battles where Sasuke he's the person that just doesn't want to deal with anybody. He doesn't want to do anything. He's just a serious person, but he's also really strong, right? And then Naruto's the opposite. He wants attention, and he's basically, you know, like a clown. So then that's why Sasuke doesn't consider him, you know, worthy of being with them. And then the school actually places them in groups of 3, and they end up getting placed in the same team, which is pretty funny because then, you know, they kind of hate each other, and they're supposed to, you know, be a team. So it's pretty funny, and it's a really good show. But in one of them, they kind of go at it. They fight on top of the school right here, and they almost kill each other. Let's just say that they almost kill each other, and then their teacher or their guide is the one that stops them and from actually hurting each other. And then one of them, when their teacher comes in and stops them, he like deflects their attacks, and they each hit one of these two. And Sasuke just completely just tears, you know, his apart with his attack. Like, he just completely destroyed it. And then you look over where Naruto hit, there's just like a small hole where his arm went through. So then Sasuke is like, yeah, that's what I thought, dude. Like, I was gonna, you know, mess you up. And then later, you know, he tries to leave, and then behind the one that Naruto hit is just completely gone. Like, it was just like the attack was so strong that it just didn't completely obliterate it. It was just like it went in, and just the whole back was gone. It was just like way stronger than Sasuke's was. So as he's leaving, he notices that, he's like, dude, if this guy would have hit me, he probably would have killed me. You know what I mean? So then that's when he realizes, like, okay, this guy, I need to take this guy serious, even though he doesn't want to admit it. But this is another big part of the show right here, so I wanted to include that. And yeah, guys, so we got the stuff right here, and I know I'm talking a lot, but that's basically what I do, right? I just talk a lot. That's who I am. So yeah, I still need to do a little bit more. I plan, you know, a little bit more. I added the layout right here in my create a world, and just to start laying out some of the buildings where they're gonna be at, some of the roads. So once we start doing that, it's gonna look a lot better. Just by adding this area right here, it's gonna make a big difference, and that's something that we're gonna do on the next episode. So I'm pretty excited, guys. But I think that's gonna be it for this video. Don't forget to leave a like, guys, and to subscribe for more videos, and I guess I'll just catch you guys on the next one. Team Rocket Plays out.